Well, hello there. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some Star Wars. So if you've looked at the Star Wars universe since the Disney buyout, you might have noticed an oversaturation of the medium. You have a total of 11 movies and at least 15 different shows on Disney Plus right now. The funny thing is that most of the fan base isn't even happy with the content that Disney keeps spitting out of its magic factory of sadness. I did a video on this a while back and I talked about Kathleen Kennedy and the choices that she's made for the franchise. It's obvious they're pushing a political agenda. I mean, it's not just obvious, it's egregious. Now, in the video I asked the question, or more I speculated, that Kathleen is also being forced to make some of the creative changes in the series to be more focused on political correctness and being more diverse, and yes, more women. A lot more women. Disney and Kathleen have really drove this one home. Star Wars is no longer a male protagonist-driven adventure, but a woman-driven protagonist adventure. Disney and Kathleen, and when I say Disney, that's anyone that has creative authority when it comes to their movies at Disney. They have pushed and approved of not-so-great casting choices, they've hired incompetent screenwriters, and they have given the green light to terrible scripts telling stories that we really don't even want. Obi-Wan was Disney's final chance to correct the ship. The Obi-Wan series was an easy layup. All they had to do was focus on Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, and they just couldn't do it. It was a poorly made show, all of it, to the writing and to the set itself, the acting. You know, Ewan McGregor was the only thing good about that whole series. Ewan is a good actor surrounded by morons. I'm surrounded by morons. You know, he'll never admit this, you know, and that's okay. Ewan is a stand-up character. You know, at the end of the day, it's money, it's a job, and he's a professional. He's gonna do what needs to be done.
I will do what I must.
Hayden, you know, like I said, Hayden wasn't really in the show, so I can't really say that he did a good job. His screen time was minimal. I used to think that Disney was just scared of a show concentrating on Vader, that they were scared that they were just going to screw it up and that in return everyone was going to hate him for it. I was wrong. Disney's incompetence astounds me. I really can't believe that Disney has a market capitalization of $155.66 billion as of making this video. I would be more convinced that they went bankrupt years ago after they released Last Jedi. No. They're still hard at work releasing shit and getting paid for the mother. I hate Disney Star Wars so much. I hate it so much that I have nothing but disdain for whoever thought splitting the Star Wars logo just slightly so they could put the movie title in between was a good idea. Whoever did that, I don't like you. You suck. I have come to the conclusion that Disney hates Star Wars fans. Seriously, it's not even speculation. They hate you for liking Star Wars. Robert Iger and Kathleen Kennedy are sitting in a conference room right now, maniacally laughing at you. Me too. Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan, so they're laughing at me too. I just wanted to clear that up. Ahsoka is the newest show for Disney to release. The only thing fans want to discuss is when Anakin Skywalker makes his appearance. The rest of the show got shit on. I don't know about you, but I never wanted an Ahsoka series. We didn't need it. You know, if I wanted to watch Ahsoka, I'd watch Clone Wars or Rebels. It's really simple, guys. You could draw a picture and Disney still wouldn't care. The truth is, all real Star Wars fans and what they want is Anakin Skywalker. It's a no-brainer. That's what they get excited about. They want Vader. That's all we want. We don't want 30-second clips of him here and there where they insert him in movies or shows. We want a full-blown Vader series. They honestly could redeem themselves with a season 2 of Obi-Wan. But in order to do that, they have to tell a story that's completely focused around Darth Vader and Obi-Wan's character. None of this Reva bullshit.
Rights here. We're not under the Empire's...
Okay? Nobody wants that. And you can't make an incompetent show. Your set pieces can't be obviously made out of cardboard. You have to do a better job than this. When you have a market capitalization of $155.66 billion, I expect more out of you. It's not even a question. It's not even a discussion or a debate. You just do it. Do it! That's it. You just do it. Or you just make a show about Vader. Like a whole series about Vader. That's what the fans want. Look at the views on YouTube. They want to see Vader. They want to talk about Vader. They want to talk about Anakin Skywalker. We can sit here and, okay, we're beating a dead horse. We keep telling the same story over and over and over and over. It's what works. That is literally what Star Wars fans are dying for, okay? They want Darth Vader. They want more Anakin. They want more Darth Vader, okay? I actually have a really good idea for a season 2 of Obi-Wan. Disney knows what we want. And instead of giving it to us, they tease us. I really can't imagine Disney making 3 more Star Wars films, especially bringing back Daisy Ridley. If they do this, and they said they will, I don't think they're going to get the outcome that they're projecting. I really can't imagine them doing this. You bring back Daisy Ridley. See, and with the previous 3 films, what you had was anticipation, right? It was people were excited about the new movies. And then it's kind of like you start something, you have to finish it. The Force Awakens came out. I was pretty happy with the film. How I feel about the movie now?
No, sir, I don't like it.
Not so great. And to be honest with you, The Last Jedi and then Rise of Skywalker really made me not like Force Awakens so much. That those 2 movies just kind of made me hate the new trilogy altogether. So I do want to kind of talk about the idea that I have for season 2 of Obi-Wan. At the end of the first season, I wasn't super happy with Vader and Obi-Wan's battle. Parts of it I did like, but most of it, not so much. I understand why Vader had to lose. They wanted to bring closure to Obi-Wan. They wanted to tell the audience a story, give them an explanation that Obi-Wan wasn't the reason Anakin turned to the dark side. It's that Anakin wanted to turn to the dark side. With that, they had to have Vader lose the battle. In my opinion, I don't feel like Obi-Wan should have stood a chance against Vader. That he would have eventually been overwhelmed by Vader, and he would have lost that fight. So I wanted to tell you a little bit of the idea that I have for season 2 of Obi-Wan, if they decide to do this. Now, let's say that Vader's character has to cross paths again with Obi-Wan. Obviously, if they do a season 2, they're going to have to meet back up. I would say maybe cut it off after season 2. You don't need to go any further than a season 2 of Obi-Wan. But this is a chance. Either do a season 2 of Obi-Wan or do a Vader series. That's it. Like, stop with this other stuff. Nobody wants it. But what you would do is that when they do cross paths again, they're going to fight. And this time, Obi-Wan is completely overwhelmed by Vader's power and his ability. And he loses the fight. But instead of Vader striking down his former master, he spares him. Now, in the previous films, in Revenge of the Sith, Anakin sensed the future. He sensed that, Padme was going to die during childbirth. So, with his ability to sense the future, he does this, right? In the new series of Obi-Wan, instead of striking down his former master, he spares him because there's a little bit of good left in Vader. There's a little piece of Anakin still left in there. And he does this because ultimately what it's going to allow Obi-Wan to do is to bring Luke into the picture, which will ultimately bring an end to the Empire. And that deep down, that little piece of Anakin still remains, and that little piece of Anakin wants this to happen. I mean, obviously it can be a little bit more fleshed out, but I think that would be a good conclusion to the series. Vader has a chance and chooses not to, when that's not in Vader's nature at all. There's something when it comes to Obi-Wan, and he doesn't kill him. He just decides not to. Guys, you tell me what you think about the video down in the comments. If you liked it, hit that like button. It helps recommend my video to other people on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If not, that's okay. Until the next one, I'm out of here.